What's up, guys? Matocaster here, and today we're back in CMS 18 with a small fortune thanks to our restoration and rebuild of our Shelby Daytona replica that we did. Huge amount of profit on that one. So it has left us with a decent chunk of change. You see there, $678,000 that we can hopefully start finding some pretty cool upper echelon type cars. I've really hoping to get something like an old vintage Ferrari race or something like that. I know we probably don't have the money for that yet, but it definitely puts us in a new bracket of cars that we can afford. That being said, I want to run over to the junkyard, just see what's there before we go anywhere else. I like to run over there and just because I like to try to find the barn maps, so that way we can have. I just get the biggest kick out of the barn finds, and we're running out of barns. I think we're down to like 2 barns right now. So I was gonna go over here, and if I find anything right off the bat that we can't live without, I wanted to make sure that I recorded it before I go rifling. You're not gonna want to watch me go through. For those that might not know, if you look through the junk here, you can sometimes find maps to the barns. But that being said, I wanted to see what cars were here in case I drag anything home. You would, what is this, a Cadillac? You would see where it came from. This is indeed a Cadillac Series 62 convertible with lots of swap options. $11,800. There's not a lot left of it, is there? It is cool though, convertible. Ragtop Cadillac. That would be fun. See, that's the thing. I love cars so much. I just want to take each and every one home. It's just like that in real life, too. Real life and in gaming. Let's see if there's anything over here. Oh, there's a DeLorean. We've done one of these. But it's always cool to find a DeLorean. Yeah, they want $5,800. That's not too bad, but again, there's not a lot left of it. Maybe. It's in the back of my head. We've still got the DeLorean. It's still sitting in the garage. That's right. I haven't sold it. What do we have here? Is this an M3? It is. BMW M3 E36. I'd really like to find an E30, but an E36 isn't bad. Pretty rough shape. Not a lot there. It does have the M seats in there. That's cool. Nice little detail that they modeled in there. And yeah, that's not a lot left. What do we have right here? We have a M635 CSI BMW. Find a couple BMWs here today. Yeah, rough shape, no swap options. Not really feeling it. Anything around the corner? Yeah, not seeing. Oh, we have. That's the Spectra, that's what they call it, fastback. Basically a Mustang. I think we've done that. I think we've done that a few times. And I think that's it. That's all that's here today. So, with that being said, I'm going to rifle through this junk and see if I can find some more barn maps. And then we will go back to the garage and check out the auction. See what we can find at the auction. All right, guys. See you there. Oh, I totally struck out finding any barn maps. So yeah, we're down to 3 barns. Let's run over to the auction, car auctions. There we go, and see what we can find. Hopefully something pretty cool. I like the auctions because cars are usually a little more put together, but sometimes it's fun to go in and find one really rough. But we just did that in the last episode, so let's see what we find here today. We got a Bolt Reptilia R2 Supercharged, basically a C4 vet. Not really my thing. See what we got next. We got a GT40. Not bad. We did one of those recently. Let's look at the car list here that's coming up. GT40, Mazda RX-7 Spirit R. That's very interesting because I would be very interested in doing an RX-7. We haven't done that yet, and it'd be cool to build out a rotary engine. Jeep Wrangler, one of the Salem Flamos, Porsche 911 Carrera S. LAT edition, Nissan 240SX, very interesting. It'd be fun to build one of those out. Chevy Corvette, Toyota Supra TRD, Porsche 911 2012, the GT2 RS, Shelby Daytona Cobra Coupe, That's going to go for a lot of money. Unless that's a replica. Oh, no. Factory 5. It's a replica. And then Bullthorn Grand Mojave. Not going to bid on the GT40. We just did one of those recently, if you'd like to see it. It's pretty recent. Next car. Let's see what we have here. Seems like it takes a while to load. Here's the RX-7. I am very, very interested in this car. Very interested. Let's start the auction, make a play on it. Going up, but not too bad, really. 25, 26, 27, 28. Now it's really picking up. 29, 30. Yeah, we got a lot of bidders going on here. 33,000, still not bad. For an RX-7. In this game, the way that the money works in this game is a little off from real life, from IRL. Looks like it's me and bidder. We got a lot of bidders. Bidder 5, me, bidder 3, bidder 2, bidder 4. Let's see where this is going. Yeah, I wouldn't pay this money for an RX-7 in real life, but the way that this game works, it's still not bad money for what it is. Up, there we go. We bought it. I'm gonna put it in. Yeah, we'll put it in the garage, and then see about that 240. Might just create a little horde here in the car parking area or in the garage. Now that we have this newfound money from the from that excellent deal, so yeah, Salem Flamo, the excellent profit that we made off of the Daytona. Wouldn't be too bad. And there is the 911 Carrera S. This thing is pretty much done. 5 stars. There's not much for us to do there. So next car, not even gonna. I was gonna make a play on it if it needed some work, but that one was pretty much perfect. Okay, Nissan 240SX. Let's start the auction. I would be interested in this one. And we bought the 240SX. Let's put that in the car parking for now. Okay, so we got us an RX-7. Perfect. I'm going to go with the RX-7 first before I do the 240. There's just something about the RX-7. I actually owned 2 RX-7s in my life, in real life. But they were not 3rd gens like this. They were 2nd gens. One was a Turbo 2, and one was naturally aspirated. The coolest thing about them is these little rotary engines. And that's also the worst thing about them because I blew out the apex seals on the Turbo one that I had. So, yeah, that was a bad day. Let's move this over to lifter A. But yeah, they have a history of apex seals going bad in these RX-7s if you kind of abuse them the way I was driving it the way it was meant to be driven, right? This is a JDM right-hand drive. Nice. And we can definitely do something with this. Let me check first the imports section for RX-7. That way we can kind of see how we want to build this thing out. If there's anything like cool body kits or something like that, and kind of give us a direction of how we want to build it. So this is for 2nd gen. We want 3rd gen stuff. Here's 3rd gen stuff. And yeah, they do have some body kit stuff. Spirit R, I think that's what we have. Yeah, and they got some hoods. We could go pretty radical with it. I definitely like the idea of the flip-up headlight conversion on it. Although there is something cool about the era of the flip-up headlight. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff here that we can work with. Definitely could build it out as a race car, drift car, whatever we want to do, looks like. Yeah, lots and lots and lots of stuff. We'll just be picking a direction and how we want to build it out. Definitely need to do something with these wheels, not feeling those, and definitely not feeling this bumper. What is with this? That is not stock. That is not how they come. But yeah, it does have a tasteful little body kit on it. It looks like front bumper and this lower splitter chin guard thing here. Let's see what we can do about the engine. See if it'll start up. Let's do our diagnostics here. Look at these. I love these little 13B rotaries. Two rotors there. Yeah, examine tools. Let's see what we can do about a compression test. So it does turn over. That's a good sign. Yeah, this isn't too bad in here. Close that out. Let us do the OBD2 scanner. See what we find. What year is this? Is this a 93? Was that OBD2 or OBD1? I don't know. Yep, not too bad in here. Definitely better than what we've started with recently, you know? Get our, there we go, multimeter. Yeah. Nothing in the red so far, which is impressive. Let us examine here. Okay, yeah, I'm not seeing anything in the red. And do the fuel pressure. There it is. See what we get. And these motors are so interesting too. It's basically almost like a two-stroke in how they work, and they oil themselves. The rotors do. It's a really fascinating engine. The Wankel rotary engine is just absolutely fascinating. So not a bad base to start with at all by any means. So let's shake things up a little bit. Let's start with suspension in the back. I always go engine, front suspension, rear suspension. Let's start back here and pop these wheels and tires off. See what we're looking at in here. I didn't bother with the test track just because I was going to pull everything off and freshen it up anyways. So brake disc, pull our rear drive axle. There we go. Oh, got to get that bearing. That's right. There it goes. Get our hub off. Then we can get this cover off and see more of what we're working with here. There it goes. All right. Shock absorber A. Get this rubber bushing out of here. Rear suspension arm. Get you out of there. Pull this all apart. Upper arm. Get that out of there. Get this guy off of here. Quite a intricate rear end these things have, don't they? And then we can take the knuckle housing off. I'm going to pop these rubber bushings out of here. And there we go. Onto the other side. Then I'm going to pull off the rear sway bar. Get these rubber bushings out. Pull that off. I should have pulled the drive shaft off. Oh, we can do it from here. How about that? Then we can take the axle housing out. Let's go ahead and take out the fuel pump and fuel tank. And I might as well remove the exhaust system while I can here. We got all the parts we needed. Let's get our fuel tank in here. And our performance fuel pump, which is right here. There we go. Offers a little boost. Get our rear. Oh, let's put the axle housing. There we go. Get that in there. And then start building out this rear end. Rubber bushing. In you go. Wheel hub 3. Shock absorber A. Upper arm. Yes, yes. And we'll do small rubber bushing down here to mount the lower. We can do our spring cap. Spring. And rear shock cap. That's what I needed. There's rubber bushing in here. And then let's get that rubber bushing before I forget. Oh yeah, we got to throw our sway bar on so that way we can throw on our end links here. Get that bolted in, and I think that does. Oh nope, I knew I was missing something. I usually don't do these rear ends. Usually we're back here working on old cars and doing leaf spring stuff. So I tend to sometimes overlook some of the stuff on these rear ends. But it's nice to be working on these modern cars. Again, it's been a little while. Of course, we did have this rear end on the Daytona. So I should really have no excuse. Brake caliper. And we are not going to worry about those wheels because that's definitely something we are going to replace. And let's build out the other side. And there we go. Let's get on this exhaust. I did buy a performance rear muffler. Make sure that's the one that goes on. Rear exhaust pipe B, and then I did performance middle muffler. That one there. Did a performance catalytic converter, and then they didn't have a performance front exhaust section. I'm going to leave that undone for now because we're going to pull out that motor. So that is just going to hang there like that. All right. That's that. That's the backside done. On to the front. Let's see what we got here. If there's any crazy surprises up here. Move the caliper. And the brake pads. A rusty old brake disc. Get that bearing out of there. We can get the hub off. We can take off the cover. Remove, oh, I need to remove the sway bar in link A. It's been a while since we've done a front end with this geometry. The Daytona definitely did not have this set up. Get the outer tie rod and inner tie rod out. And steering knuckle. Nice. Take out the rubber bushing. Right there and right there. And we will jump on over to the other side. Alright, now we'll take out the steering rack and the front sway bar. Oh, yep, can't forget these rubber bushings. And the cross member should come out. There we go. Get that there. And then we can pull this out. I'm going to pull apart my springs because I know we're going to need to replace all of that stuff. That way I can just make a note of it on my parts list that much easier. Then we will see, I'll get that in a minute, what we can repair because I know we can't repair any of that stuff. That was not a whole lot of items, so it looks like we weren't really able to repair a ton. And here we go with the front end rebuild. Get our cross member in. Rubber bushing. I hope you guys are doing well. I know I always say that, but I also always mean it. Hope you're doing well. Get that knuckle on in the cover. I don't want to put the cover on right now. Just gets in the way of stuff. Get you on. Then we should be, oh, we need to put our, to be able to connect our tie rod, our end links, we need to put the sway bar on. That would help a lot. There that goes. Lower suspension arm. That all bolted in there. Steering rack. Nice we were able to repair that. Those are kind of expensive. Inner tie rod. Followed by outer tie rod. Yeah, getting there. Put our front wheel hub on. Then our bearing. And the cap. We should be able to do the, there we go. Get the, I didn't buy 2 brake discs or pads. Ugh. I will need a disc and a pad for the other side, and we don't want to mess with the wheel yet. Is that everything? That appears to be everything. Cool. On to the other side. And there we have it. Perfect. Now let's lower this thing down and get this engine out. Grab our cherry picker, engine hoist, whatever you'd like to call it. Car lifter A. Pull out the engine. It is gone. Now we can place the engine onto there. Perfect. And you can go back. So that's cool. We got our turbo assembly and everything here. That is awesome. Yeah, I've never had one of these rotaries on a stand as of yet. I think I worked on one like very early in the game when I was grinding through the shop stuff. I'm going to start right on the front here. Pull the idler roller off. Get these belts off. That one and that one. Crankshaft pulley. Oh, I'm excited to pull this thing apart. I really am. Power steering pump. Idler roller B. I think that's why I saved it for last. Excited. Excitement. Water pump. It's a wild looking water pump. Pull off. Arm B. Interesting. Arm A. How about that? Timing cover off. Crankshaft counterweight. Oh, we need to pull the oil pan out. I want to see what that looks like underneath. Rotate. Oh, yeah. Not much there, huh? All right. Back to work. Let us take, what do they need? I want off next. Let's get the throttle. Intake manifold. Fuel rail. Right there. Intake manifold. B. Off the side there. That's exactly the way it was on my rotary too. These stacked spark plugs just like this. Very cool. It's bringing back memories is why I'm impressed by it, because that was 15 years ago I had that car. And I do dearly miss it. It was definitely a fun car. The fuel filter out of here. Pull off the turbo assembly. Get this exhaust manifold off. Front. There it is. There's the goods. And then these apex seals that I'm talking about are these little things right here at the tips of the triangles I blew them out the exhaust manifold and through the turbo. So yeah, I did something bad to mine. Very bad. I was driving like an idiot with it. But I was driving like how you drive an RX-7, right? Maybe not. I don't condone it. So how do we take this off with that? Okay, now it's just going to float. I see. Get that rotor out of there. The rotor housing. And crankshaft there. And we could pull that out. Nice. Okay. see what we can fix. Let me clear my parts list here. Clear. And check our inventory. I went ahead and bought some performance stuff. I bought a performance turbo assembly too, in preparation for all of this. All right, I was able to get everything I needed. I believe I can put the fuel filter on right now. How about that? We'll get our crankshaft in here. Do this housing and this housing. Get our new rotors in. Might as well do the side housing there. Get that on there. Bought a performance. Yep, that's the performance one. And we can do our clutch. Why not? Take care of that now. Pressure plate. And release bearing. Nice. Start from the bottom here, at least for now. Get that oil pan on. And get these turbos mounted. These performance turbos are gorgeous. Look at that. So cool. That intake manifold on. And I think that now would be the time to do the fuel rail. The upper intake. And I couldn't find a performance throttle body for the rotary. I found it interesting. Oil filter. Get our ignition coil. Performance plugs. Did I mention I love these little rotary engines? Just so cool. I love weird engineering. There we go. That's why I bought RX-7 in the first place. I promise I'm going to stop talking about the fact that I've owned an RX-7. But I love the weird engine. I just wanted to own something with a rotary engine in it. So I started off with the naturally aspirated one, non-turbo, and loved it so much that I wanted the turbo version. And on this second generation, like I had, they weren't twin turbo like these are. It was just a single turbo. But man, did we have fun with it. I need to buy a crankshaft fully. But yeah, that car, the turbo one was definitely a blast. The NA one was just a little, it was peppy, but nothing compared to the Turbo 2, what they call it. It was called the Turbo 2, but it only had one turbo. It was deceiving. A lot of my friends thought it was twin turbo, but it was not. We get our power steering pump on. Perfect. Now we can get our serpentine belt. Idler roller A and B. Anything else right there that I'm seeing? Is that it? Is that all we needed? Is that complete? I would think so. Yeah, I believe that's it. All right. Let's get it. Let's take it from the... Oh, we got to get our engine hoist. Put you to car lifter A. And install. Indeed. Now you can go back. All right, look at that in there. It's fantastic. Oh, I love it. Now it's time to pick some wheels and tires. Let's see what we're working with here. I finally got the Brims DLC. I didn't even know it existed. I was not aware that there's a lot more rims that I could have chosen from over this time. Thinking about something, the stock ones are in here, but that's kind of boring. There they are right there. But yeah, I want to go with something a little different. than just stock. I'm digging on these. I think that's got to be it. Do 4 of these. Let's go. Yeah, 18 will be good. That'll be good. 4 the 18s. I got these race tires. Let's go with the race tires. We want 4. Should we go? Should we do staggered? Let's do staggered. 18. We'll do 225. Do 225. Profile. We'll do 45. 225, 45. Yeah, let's go a little bit less. 40. How about that? Yeah, 225, 40. And for the rear, 18. Do 245. 50. Or would that be too much? That might be too much. Let's go 45. Perfect. Okay, this is going to be our 40s. Yes. Oh, I think that looks good. That's a good sidewall height and everything. That works. And here is our 45. Going to be just a little bit bigger. Yeah, that'll work. It's going to be more subtle. I like it that way. There's not these, you know, big cartoonish, big tires in the back. And then little guys in the front. Let's take that. Take you. Balance. Time to mount them on the car. Let's go with the rears first. This is the 245. Yep, that's the one we want. In the moment of truth. Oh yeah. Yeah, that works for me. It fills up the wheel well pretty nicely. Don't want to go too much bigger because then it'll look really weird. Let's take it up higher and look at it there too. Yeah, I like that. Mount our fronts here. I'm glad I didn't go with the even bigger 50 that I almost went with. And together, yeah, those look good. And here's the Spirit R. This is what it has. And there's that bump there for the license plate. So really my choices are this one. That doesn't seem like that would look very good. And this one. I like this one. I like the little winglets there. There we go. Yeah, I like that. I went with a Canadian license plate for our friends north of the border. As an homage to you guys. There we go. How about that? Awesome. I have moved the RX-7 to that paint booth. We are going to pick out a color. Check out, see what liveries they have. There's only one, and I'm not sure what it does. Go with a different color, darker color, so maybe I can tell what it is that it's doing. Gotta be somewhere. Not seeing it. Okay, well, it's gonna be a single color. This like dark red flat matte maroon, whatever you want to call it. Looks pretty freaking awesome. Maybe a little bit brighter, just a tad. I'm digging that. Yeah, out of all the colors, that's the one. Looks really good. Okay, paint the car. I need to figure out how to unlock paint part. I need to research that. I'll figure that out. Unless you guys know offhand. This looks good. I'm digging it. I really am. See what kind of improvements we made over the stock. I do like that color. I don't know if it's going to go over well with you guys, but I dig it. proceed. Maybe that makes me sound like an old man. I like maroon, but I think it works on this car. 291 stock, 259 foot-pound of torque. Let's see what we gain. It's got an interesting sound. $393 over $341. Not bad at all. Nice little gains. That's another thing about these rotaries. They love to rev high. They sound so cool. If you're into weed eaters, I guess. I do like the sound of a rotary. Okay, move it to garage entrance A. There she is. I dig it. Let's double check. Oh, that engine looks good in there with this color too. Let's double check. Everything is 100%, and it is perfect. Let's take it to the abandoned airport. We are in our JDM RX7. Wow, that is an interesting engine sound they've chosen for this car. It kind of sounds like a rotary. Oh, this thing is fun. This thing is really fun. Can't really get it to smoky burnout. Probably because these are race tires and they grip really good. Time for our J turn. I like this little thing. I'd keep it if I could. Can't keep all of them, I suppose. Return to garage. Let's do the speed test. Straight as an arrow. Sort of. It wandered a little bit there. We're at 142, 150, 154, 50, 160. We got any more? Like 165 it looked like. Return to the garage. Now we're going to see what kind of profit we have made. All right, it's time to say goodbye. Kind of hate to. I really like this car. But we'll be doing more. I don't think this will be the last RX-7 we do. Especially if we start doing some performance ones or something like that. All right, let's see what kind of profit we'll make. The car value is $116,445 with a restoration bonus of $23,289. Sell car for $139,734. Cha-ching indeed. You're now sitting pretty at $713,046. So this car profited at us. Let's do the math here. We made a whopping $34,601 off of that flip. That is fantastic. We're making some good money now with these higher dollar cars. That's awesome. Great profit. Guys, that's going to do it for this one. I truly appreciate it. I mean it. I say it a lot. I mean it a lot. I only say it because I mean it. I appreciate it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It lets me know you care. And again, truly appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one.